I thought I would show how this level was coming along. Might try to upload it now. So while not streaming, I worked on this more. And most of it's copied from the original. I did leave out two, we'll call them bonus rooms, that you didn't have to do in the original one. That I made room for. Be in awe watching that fly by. Like a screen or two of empty space before the goal. Or I could shove them in. I just don't really know why. At this point. Kind of regret moving everything over. Wonder if I could fill this entire thing with ground. Yeah, I started this on stream, yeah. I believe so. I don't know why I feel better if it's just filled in with ground than not. It's weird. You can select a lot more stuff in this view than you can in the normal view. It's kind of silly. Hi, Professor. And this is some good level editing here. I'd never do this in the old game. Wait, is that's actually the bottom of the screen? Kind of impressed. Alright, so I'm gonna probably play through it once. I can get, well, a little muscle memory going here. I don't know what I'm gonna end up. I might end up changing some things because I don't know why there's not a rectangle tool. It's just silly. Because this one is gonna be a lot harder to upload than the others. I feel like. I sort of always felt like this was the hardest level of these anyway. I might want to edit some stuff as I go, so I want to do a once-over look of everything anyway. It's just so interesting how different it is entirely with and without Yoshi. Yeah, this level started with Yoshi compared to the others. I made that fall quite a bit easier, actually. Oh, wait. But Yoshi can just go up here. Okay, am I with that? Easy fix. Beautiful. Yeah, Yoshi was at the end of the cave one. I do like this room. This was an entirely new thing. Rolled in the way. So, I was also kind of considering turning this into an infinite checkpoint level. Having the first checkpoint here. Right, so one difference is here, you could, if you had a mushroom, get hit and slide into that wall and get a shell helmet, but I decided I didn't like the forced hit. And I tried to make this completely doable with Super Mario. Although it's awful. So it might be easier because of that. But still helmet, look at that. Nice amount. So that's easier to get. Wait, how? I want that timer to be hard.
Let's go.
It's only so damn fast you can go underwater anyway.
Oh no.
Not hard. Hard to move it any farther, though. Like what? Put it here? Rid of this is doable with Super Mario.
Let's go.
Of course, that saw could be a problem. Right. You're basically going to lose this. I don't see how you're not going to lose it. So that's why I kind of didn't like, didn't mind the forced hit to trade Super Mario for a shell helmet. That's very hard.
Oh,
Yeah, the saw blade sucks, and this is wrong.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Horrendous. But then this is just downright impossible. I think I didn't feel like I fixed this for Super Mario.
Let's go.
How the hell did I do this? A little higher. For Yoshi. I don't know, if, having any kind of forced hit bothers me. I mean, this certainly feels like a damn forced hit. Just one.
Let's go.
Yeah, this whole sub area is about key switches. Christ.
Let's go.
That's nasty. I mean, one block diagonally across. I like how Twitch can't count how many people are watching. I always thought YouTube didn't know how to count. Anyway. Guess I'm gonna agonize over what to do with this, how to make this not so easy to get into, but yet let Super Mario be doable. Like, changing this to a saw. Oh, gotta be swimming up as I get onto it. Normally you would think you'd lean into the saw because its hitbox is smaller. I kind of feel like I end up leaning to the ceiling. Oh, Luigi. Special about Luigi. There's no reason that can't just be a regular block. Like I almost go through there without thinking. No, what? Fireball throwing arc? Well, fireballs basically don't matter in this level. Feels more dangerous. Anyway. That's how it's gonna happen. Feels like a lot of extra time for how good a shell helmet is. Okay, now I'm just way too nice. What's wrong with me? They glow because of the darkness mechanic. Feel good if that's the spike I hit. Okay, there was not much extra time there. I don't know why I even hit the block again, but testing it. If you're small, you're probably getting in there. So, should I make this part better? Hi, Ace. Now that I'm dealing with Super Mario. This whole section wasn't even built to work with Super Mario. See if that works. Doesn't have to be easy. Oh. Oh, I'm excited. The Ace is excited to be here. But most of the swimming now. It's long. I just don't feel like it's worthy of what it was. Because it was mean before. I don't feel like it's mean now. Ignore. I test everything in Super Mario, but no one's gonna be Super Mario when they go through here. They're gonna be small and they're gonna have a freaking helmet. The other choice is I just require you to be super. And now it's like a real bonus. Hey, don't ever worry about that. Kind of like the P-switch. I don't know how to make the P-switch harder and still doable to, like, get in there. Of course, actually I did this once and then I realized, oh, there's a P-switch here. You can just hit it and go through the blocks. So, this kind of kills it. There's a little... So then, you're big and have a helmet. Actually, I thought, one reason I kind of left this 2-block thing. Ace! Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. That's, I don't know if that's, well, I'm thinking like, is this better or worse? I feel like it's better. Well, thank you, Ace. Welcome. Welcome. I don't know what to say. Welcome. And, gave me a crazy freaking smiley ball emote too. Thanks, Ace. Always appreciate it. Twitch Prime is very nice. I actually was shocked that Twitch Prime finally gave out some free games again. It seemed like Twitch Prime was so good for a while and then it turned awful. Yeah, I use mine. I've got Amazon Prime as well. Thank you, Ace. I'm still like really overwhelmed by how many subscriptions there's been so far over here on Twitch. Like, a lot of them are people gifting subs to others, which is amazing and just really blows my mind. So that's I react weird every time anyone donates or subscribes or anything. You already know this, so I'll stop blabbering them. So I like this. It's then like you're not losing the mushroom. What's interesting here to me is I kind of like this, how it's worked out here. If you're Super Mario and you get the helmet... Hey, turtles. Then, you're big and have the helmet, and you have to deal with how hard it is to get around, even though you can lean against the top, but you still are still really hard to keep. I really want to see if someone gets in here, gets hit on purpose, and then gets the helmet. I think that would be awesome. Send me a boo. So I'm worried that this is so much easier. But it's basically impossible if you're super. And that bothers me too damn much. I left that spike there, right? Good. You know, I'll just put one more and feel like I did my part. I love this agonizing over individual spikes. So that's this section.
Let's go.
Continue. This part basically never changed. I made that actually pretty easy to get through, I think. I moved this P-switch to the right so it wasn't so damn easy. Oh, no worries, but you sounded like you had it figured out. I added a little dip here, so it was a little less boring. Oh, yeah. And that is my fault. I got rid of the fish that was here. Felt like that just was a dumb reason to wait. Crap. Forgot I added this here. Okay, this thwomp. I made this slightly easier to jump on top of, but it's harder to be positioned left and right. Still in theory like it. Why are the spike tops like that? What the hell? I'm just staring at them in awe.
Let's go.
I feel like they load so much differently. I also made this a helmet because I figured there was too many power-ups close together. Saw is also new, so there was a little threat with Yoshi. Here. I can't imagine anyone not having Yoshi here on their successful attempt. I almost put a shell helmet here, but I thought it was too easy. And I added another route in case the shell helmet path is hard because of the spike tops, because that is pretty challenging. I didn't want to ruin this section by having a helmet right here.
Oh, no.
Wow. I didn't change this a bit. Spikes are bigger. Oh my god, more. What? Turtles, jeez.
Late Merry Christmas and early Happy New Year, mate. Keep up the good work.
Jeez, turtles, thank you. I don't even have... I hate that the amount isn't shown on that alert, and I don't know why it isn't. So... Thank you for the 10 Australian dollars. Turtles, thank you. I... Overwhelming with kindness.
Oh, no. Let's go.
I need to... Find a game to put these two or something. Is there anything new coming out either you two are interested in? Not saying I'm gonna get it, but I'm curious if nothing else.
Let's go.
I don't feel like I tested this section much yet. Bike feels huge.
Let's go.
Seeing how safe it is to stop at certain points. That takes concentration. I made this saw move because I thought going over it was ridiculous.
Let's go.
Astral Train never seemed all that interesting to me.
Let's go.
Like, I thought it kind of looked good. I've heard good things about Ultimate Alliance 3, although I'm not the biggest fan of comic book stuff. I actually have Mario & Rabbids. I bought it when it came out, and I've never played any of it.
Let's go.
I've got a few of those games now, and I actually just bought Persona 5 because, well, it was just so damn cheap I couldn't frigging handle it. Even though, like, the thought of streaming that feels terrifying. Because it's massively long. But I might just try it out. Like, I always thought I'd like Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Added some on-off switches here. Because I needed more things to do. This is actually really weird. It's very hard to just hit that switch. I found that, like, this is more effective. That's funny. Can you swim under these blocks? I haven't even tested that. God damn it. The streaming experience, so, I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest, the main negative is there are definitely people that watched on YouTube that will not watch on Twitch. That bothers me the most of everything. I would say, besides just going to a lower, you know, fan base, put it that way, I guess. I would say everything else has been good. Wow, I still got it.
Let's go.
I somewhat considered getting rid of this just because how damn slow that is. Okay. So, I copied this section, and I feel like this is a complete waste. I mean, this whole room is a joke. I didn't know what to put here when I first made the first level, so I just drew my channel name initials in cracks. Like, you know, I like the pattern. Let's keep it. So that used to be a POW block in there. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. So I don't log into Twitch very often. I still have YouTube has addicted people to log in and check it all the time, and I'm one of them. And because I was streaming on there all the time, you know, I was always on it. So the ecology of it's interesting. It's for the people that don't care about Twitch as a whole, but wanted to watch, how can I do something better for that group of people? And I can post, like, when I'm thinking of doing maybe a more important stream on the community tab or something. I've done that a few times. And then it's how much in advance should I do that, but I've kind of treated that like Twitter so far, because I just have posted like first stream playing a new game kind of posts. I mean, I also figure if someone wants all the notifications, then you can turn on Twitch notifications, of course. Yeah, I don't post to Twitter every time I do. Maybe I could use some advice. Because, I mean, the lower viewer counts have been the biggest thing, but new people have been coming in, and that part's been really nice. I'm up literally over 100 followers since moving. I also kind of wanted to watch someone play a level of mine. It would be ridiculous. I thought about streaming them playing whenever my level comes up. Commenting over it. Just because I wanted to stream, but I wanted to do that too. I'm gonna give them my level, and I might do that. Well, yeah, Discord, there hasn't been, like, a bunch of new games coming out to where it's, like, not a lot to talk about recently. I like having all of my archives, especially of game playthroughs. So that's what YouTube is. And, the people that don't watch on Twitch and watch stuff there, I mean, it's... The view counts of all those videos are low now, because I'm not doing them live, so it's only all full archive views. Pretty much, probably the same number of views that they were getting. Minus live views, I would guess. Some still even get close to 100. Yeah, I made a channel with, like, new releases that I'm at least looking at. Like, December, nothing. Like, pretty much, or the Ori sequel in February, I'm definitely interested in. And then the Final Fantasy VII remake in March, I'm definitely interested in. Ways away. Neither of those are Nintendo releases. This is the funny thing. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Like, a lot of us even that moderately dislike YouTube, it's still the place we go. So, yeah, that side of it's tough for me. But I decided I was going to do everything here at least through the end of the year, no matter what. But I'm really not considering fully moving back as of this point. Yeah, I never got into Animal Crossing either. So I kind of want to change this room because it's lame. But, it's also what the other level was. It's mostly a remake. And, This is right before the second checkpoint. I don't have my Wii U hooked up, but I was copying stuff. I'm not the most thrilled with water levels, no. This is basically the only one I have. I'm thinking right now, if I went and like removed all of the power-ups, only left shell helmets, so I didn't have to deal with Super Mario, how different this level would be. Because until I started changing things so I could get through everything as Super Mario, 100% this would be my hardest level. And to upload it still might be. The ghost level? What, a dark one? I mean, this under section obviously couldn't because it's meant for you to swim. So, I mean, that's the story of how these levels even came to be. I made a series of 4 very easy levels that were meant to be traditional. So that was the stroll and cavern and this and airship. And then the idea happened to take my easiest levels and make them my hardest levels, making this. So I just made a water level as one of those easy levels. Here we are. I also feel like I need one in all of the flavors sometime. I guess we have 2 of the flavors here, since Turtles mentioned Ghost House. I really do like the forest theme for Above Ground. How you doing, Fnatic? I kind of don't want to obsess anymore with the level design, but I know I'm going to while I have it open. So, part of me wants to make it harder all the time, and then I go and say, well, I gotta make it so there's no forced hits, because I'm like that. And then it becomes easier. These, on-off switches have, I think, made some parts better. I got rid of the possible, quote, soft lock, too, since I didn't put any munchers over the pipe. It wasn't a soft lock, you could reload the room. This room was very optional before, so I'm glad it's not. But again, I made it possible with Super Mario, so it ends up feeling easy. You don't have Super Mario, but of course, if you're not big, then I'm mistaken, you're dead. Weather has been interesting. It's been really warm, and it just finally got cold again. Like, late spring kind of warm. Hate the camera. Quite hard to not go into those spikes. I like the on-off switch here, too. I had POW blocks everywhere, but I like the change. End up falling off this so many times. I added the tracks and the potobos. Oops. Hidden ground pound. Well, yeah, it's summer there, winter here, right? I felt like this never had any sense of urgency, so I added some. A little bit. Alright, am I just uploading this with my big wall of ground? I don't know. I'm a little disappointed because I feel... Yeah, I feel like it's been made quite a bit easier because otherwise this was going to be my hardest one, but it's still going to be really arduous. Is that a good word? There we go! At least I'm going to start trying. This first jump sucks. I don't care. This will take concentration. I considered uploading it where I was. I was not at home working on this. But I would not be as comfortable with feeling like all of my moves work. Yeah, keeping this mushroom not happening. Basically anything. So that shell helmet is really earned. Thanks. Did that before, right? Didn't I just do that in the editor? I'm like, oh god, that looks awful. Oh no. This timer is gonna bite me in the ass. Yoshi, how did you do that?
Oh no!
Here I am talking about making it longer. Okay, I gotta test Yoshi there if I'm gonna do anything about that.
Let's go!
Darn it. What else do I do? Put a frickin' conveyor? Spring. So then this, like, sucks. Making a Zelda level? I just still don't have any ideas for that. Without the duct tape, we're fixing the level.
Let's go!
Still getting off of them. How do you do that? I want these spikes so you can't just jump up here. How would I do this?
Let's go!
How would I have not done this?
Let's go!
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Just do that.
Let's go!
I don't want him jumping up here though. Ah. Everything up. Oh, I don't like spikes on top of things. It looks... Scared to use the multi-select because it'll eat the semi-solid.
Let's go.
Yeah, I fixed nothing. How many barks do I get? I still don't know how I feel about level editing and handheld. This is annoying for sure. Ways. Please tell me this is what it was.
Let's go.
We gotta get Yoshi through. Must. Don't know how I missed this. Any ideas for getting the Yoshi through? There's no way to... No real way to dismount. I have this Yoshi device here. Could move it earlier, but kind of defeats the purpose.
Let's go.
One spike. I do that without moving that spike. And I just
Let's go.
didn't. Put off. Bastard.
Let's go.
Jesus, that's so hard. Hell, I want to make that a move now. I might be okay with that.
Let's go.
I don't really feel like it makes this jump any easier feeling without him. With him, it's a big deal. One spike, one block. I'd be okay with that. And then, because at least the conveyor... Bitch.
Oh no. Let's go.
Conveyor ends up looking ugly, I think, any way I thought of doing it. So yeah, like I can... How does the one-way wall help specifically? Because otherwise, I don't know where I can dismount safely. Oh my god. Good. Until the next edit. That's so close. It so looks like that made it. I also made this jump a lot harder without Yoshi. But I thought it was cool. Stop going slow. And get rid of the extra Yoshi. The test Yoshi. Out of here. I'm so worried about the timer. I still can't believe was thinking of adding extra rooms. The hell. Okay, I still feel like this is gonna be tough to upload, but I guess we'll find out. Well, hopefully he makes some levels. I usually think I'm gonna jump on more Goombas, but then it feels like it just flows to go. I'm glad you can't just jump over spikes now. Probably easier to even do that with Yoshi. I've done it enough times, but it's not gonna happen. Can you break blocks with Yoshi? Who cares? Well, that's sure a damn bonus, now, isn't it? I would still say you earned it. I still gotta watch the corners of the spikes. Holy hell with that. Did I really leave that like that? Okay. I want to get rid of one of those spikes. I actually just sort of put the spike there last second without thinking about it. Although I don't want this to stop if it's a good run. If Yoshi hit the P-switch, that would be... Hey! Oh! Ah! Timer. Good lord. I'm so scared of the timer. I think it was this level when I uploaded it. I had like 4 seconds left. It was sick. Either this spike or this spike. I think it's gonna be that spike. You gotta really lean into that saw. I feel like I should be making other levels besides these, but I've always kind of liked starting with copying blocks and then altering it. Probably my favorite way to make levels. It also feels like I'm just being not creative enough. But I've done my share of both. Oh, that was so close. Those end up being my favorite. Ugh, and the easiest to want to start making. What? Must have been the fire. I have no idea what I think about the difficulty of this stage anymore. Is this harder than the other two? Ooh, saved. This was ground in this part. It is small. I think it really fits. I think forest really fits. Okay. Hold my breath. We're calling this easy. Oh, Mario. Oh!
Oh,
Wait. I thought that was safe. Little shit, you're coming with me. It's hard for me to do that just because the whole point of these levels is how you manage using power-ups. So I just don't want to do that as much as I'm inclined to do that too. Well, maybe I'm getting better at that. Really like this new. This obstacle is totally new. There's also a mushroom in here if you're fast. Cool, you can land directly on him and put it on. There's probably enough P-switches anyway. Without the P-switch for this shell helmet. I realize I just said that. Very. Do this with Yoshi. Better. I literally didn't change it. Oh yeah. Come here. I don't care. If someone gets stuck in those P blocks, I'm gonna be upset. What this level is now. No, he won't hit the P switch. He ran over it earlier. Look at the timer. Not at the first checkpoint. All the goodies, oh my god. Exploit the level. I don't know how holding a shell helmet is possibly going to help me. Iframes. Well, I did it earlier. Wait, why is the on-off switch like that? I did use it before, but I thought I would have put it the right way. kind of want to see where this timer ends up too.
Oh,
I just put one on-off switch somewhere. Because it's fine when you start the level from the checkpoint. I don't care where it goes. Do not care at all. Except that's a bad place. Yeah, it stays. I want you to make red solid again. I mean, look how important that was. Okay. Trying to get farther. Always the thing that sucks about level making is you get to the point where, like, I have thought about this so much, I just can't think about it anymore. But then it's like, happier with it later if you do. In theory. And then when I'm making these, it's like, how many people are gonna play this? Shouldn't it just be horrendous? Take out all the power-ups, screw it.
oh no!
I am still dumbfounded but that doesn't work. Pretty clear it's not gonna work if you look at the tracks. Catch. Bad catch. Come on. What I did was good. But I'd like to not get hit there every time. That was amazing. I was in thought. Like, it's still, like, part of me doesn't mind it if it is easier. Because, can't download levels anymore. If someone wants to beat this, they have to right from the beginning every time. And they'll hopefully get the power-ups farther and farther. There's that whole thing. But obviously, I've had the benefit of practicing every little thing. Oh, not this time. I was close to the spike. I even have the one-way wall there. Thing about my timing now makes these always line up. That's terrifying. I mean, getting stuck in the damn blocks. The thought of that happening. The lost levels level. I always thought that was my hardest. It wasn't by clear rate, though. Airship ended up being... Well, the castle, I think, that I made last ended up being the lowest. But the airship was before that. That lost levels level, always... I was always stunned how high the clear of that got. Because I would have sworn that was my hardest, too. Is that for real? Oh, crap. I'm gonna get it again anyway, if I don't screw it up. Bike top. How do they... I always am surprised. Each time they end up different. Wow, that was close. safe. Like one of the very few times this fire flower matters at all. Come on. Well. At least the on-off blocks are right now. As exciting as they are. Forgot the timer. Oh, that one, really? A hard one, but not the one that came to mind. Extremely tough. I don't even know if I could do that anymore. Too helpful not to use it right now. Oh no. Ah! How could I do that in 60 seconds? How would I do that with 60 seconds left? I need some time saves. Look at that! I did it! Yay! I feel good about myself. Also, 1 second. Wow. It's a hard one, yeah. It's like on the upper end, yeah, but I didn't consider it for hardest. No, none taken. I'm only amused. I really don't want to make the level shorter. I also don't want to make the level shorter. Oh, no, no. Oh, no. No. Amazing. I am too. I am watching exactly too also. There, I didn't knock him off this time. Okay. Sad I missed the power up. But we gotta go. Timer. It's always amusing. I have to deal with the timer uploading. It's almost halfway the hell gone. You piece of crap. Even living. Lost him down here before. You know what? It's gonna make me lose the shell helmet faster. I'm glad I got one Star Fox level uploaded. You know, it's not a traditional one, so to speak. Move it, damn it. Time for this. 140 seconds. So freaked out about the time. God, that was safe. Mr. Lennon? No chance in hell I'm getting this uploaded. Worst thing. I'm doing good. Think. What do I do? Where's the dev skip? Let's put a star over here. Over here. God damn, the first part's so long. All right. This is so long for nothing. I kind of expected it, is the sad thing. I'm just kind of dumb. Always been kind of dumb. Time savings.
Let's go. Let's go.
Curious how just going would work out. Don't care about that room, so... no. Not okay. And here I am like, I should add some more rooms. The thing is that track room was built to come in from the right, so I don't want to rethink that. I could flip it, but then it doesn't work. Because it's letters. I can probably just get quicker at this. I think it's interesting I took out part from... Like, the first part is the longest. It takes half the time. But I haven't touched it. Beginnings to core. It's got to be almost all in here. You have to swim so slow. Unless if I put more quick shortcuts with rewards.
Let's go. Oh no. Let's go. Oh no. Let's go.
I want to see what's doable here. Stuck with a saw anyway.
Oh no.
Hard to put a P-switch section with ball blades. You're kind of gonna move with it anyway. Can't just leave it if I don't do anything with it.
Let's go.
So the best time you could hit it
Let's go.
is sneaking in front of, like, this one.
Oh no. Let's go. Oh no.
But what? I cut through this wall somehow? Like, that's too hard to reach. This was just to get the stupid switch right. Could put a pipe here. Go through here. Not much.
Let's go.
And it doesn't. Because of the saw blade. Alright, I give up. I'm gonna just try to go faster. Underground before the sub. Well, the sub area here was always water. Switch itself hard to get. I could apply some more. I haven't done that yet, so. I can't do that. Move a damn fish. Hard to make things difficult underwater without them just being mostly timing puzzles. Well, I think I'm gonna have more than half the timer. Tried to make this harder for him to swim a bunch before getting triggered because I hated waiting here too. Ball was kind of in the way for getting up to Yoshi without getting hit. Seemed easy. Helpful there. I don't think that helped. Tick tock. Door would have screwed this up any. And now they just look like decoration down there. What?
Oh no!
Yep. Yeah, in a room Yoshi can't leave. Mario, don't drown. You just jump over the top. Also glad I can't. It'd be interesting if you could spit out a Yoshi and eat him again. So I could just continually pass a Yoshi farther and farther down the level until you need him. That would also take forever. Never mind. This mythical mechanic I just made up. Look at all this stuff. So the other two levels took me 40 minutes to upload. I consider 40 short. I'm just worried about this one. One I've been worried about. time. Yoshi, because I can back easier. I forgot I added a spike wall on the left here. It didn't used to be there. Yeah, well, the NA room is funny because when I was making the first version of the level, I was like, I don't know what to put here. So I drew NA in tracks, and I liked the pattern, and it stayed. I think it's amusing. $100. I got a Yoshi. Oh, getting him to right now. I actually don't know if I've ever tested that since I've changed the level around. This room was totally freaking optional before. It was for pink coins. I'm glad it's here again. But, time. Fire flower. Two seconds! 2 goddamn seconds. Holy hell. My heart was racing and I couldn't speak. I think it's done. Now for the easy ones. Oh my god. I feel like I'm not conveying how surprised I am that I made it. Ah. Hey, I want the power-ups now. Yeah. I didn't think that was gonna happen with that timer. Clearly, it was a problem. I was starting to save time. I could have maybe saved a little more, but... Damn. Get this. So... Never mind. Saw is now... Oh, it's a part. I don't know. Some things were made easier. That part was not. Ron plant stew. Fully loaded again. Oh, no fire flower though. It is a little sad there's not a Yoshi in the last part, but the last part is gorgeous. Wow, that worked out. Goddamn pinball. No. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Don't have to worry about the timer, but well, let's have it now, I guess. And I didn't want to wait. I'm okay with saying screw that fire room. It was a little lame. Plus, it makes this room a little more intimate. Why don't I get rid of these? Be smart. Missed one. I came back for that. A little tougher now. I still love just flinging myself through the end. Bit. The Yoshi's helpful. That's a case of only I'm gonna ever have Yoshi as yours. But I'm gonna have to deal with Adam for the third check. I really like the on-off switch here. Yoshi and then Bell Helmet. What even? I'll meet you there. Like, holy crap, that becomes easy. Need no power-up version.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's part to mean. I made it easier too, because it's harder to ground pound now. Before, Mario would always ground pound. It didn't matter if there was something below him or not. Now, it doesn't. He doesn't do it.
Oh no!
Well, that was a shock.
Oh
That was
no!
also a shock. But we're right here. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It's all happy now. Off screen is slightly scary. Doubt it, because it's way easier. It sucks so much agonizing over making everything doable with Super Mario, and then I even don't play it with Super Mario.
Whoa.
What did Mario say? It sounded like that. Oh. Shouldn't have went. That's so damn short. I thought I was dead.
Oh yeah! Mario time!
Alright, it's up. I feel like it's too easy. Am I insane? Should be at least clear why the hell I say that. I care not about the description. Yeah, Will and Ryan have both cleared both of them so far. Alright, it's up. Let's go stare at it. 10 levels. I can't believe it's just like brutal. Like, oh, these levels were easy. Fine, have these. Yep, 2.15. That one should be higher than that. 2.10. Or should it? Beginning's really hard. Of everything, the beginning room is very hard. Not that the rest is not, but extra. Certainly the beginning is the hardest of this too. The middle is the harder part of this one. Interesting enough to me. Alright, well that is uploaded.